Coming up next on Oklahoma's News Channel, what did die-hard truckers think of the final voyage? We'll have a live report.
Also, why should you care about this construction nightmare? We'll show you something you won't see anywhere else.
And could it be someone watching you tan in the nude? Brad Edwards investigates.
All next. Stay with us.
The Nissan VTP truck. So what do the initials VTP stand for? Well, VTP stands for features like air, AM/FM cassette, power mirrors, chrome bumpers and wheels, and much more. All at a price that saves you $1,300. So what does VTP really stand for? Nissan's Value Truck Package, or one heck of a deal. For a limited time, save up to $1,300 in dealer incentives for a total savings of up to $2,600 on select trucks during Nissan's Value Truck Package days.
If you could look out at these lush Texas vineyards through Italian arches, if there were a way to see these rugged Texas mountains from an Australian train, if this Texas forest could be seen from Germany's Autobahn, then you'd know why we say Texas is like a whole other country.
It's very pretty out here.
Where the news comes first, 24 hours a day. This is Oklahoma's News Channel 4.
Good evening. Our top stories, the top secret disaster at the Oklahoma County Jail.
For nearly 3 months now, we've uncovered an endless list of structural problems at the 2-year-old jail. But perhaps none as important as the one you're about to see. It involves fears of a possible floor collapse at the jail. In a story you'll see only on the News Channel, Anthony Foster has more on how the jail is coming apart at the beams.
Just when you thought you'd heard it all about structural problems at the Oklahoma County Jail, along comes a new one. In fact, sheriff's officials just spotted it a few days ago. And you're looking at it. Concrete beams that hold up part of the first floor are crumbling. The beams have large cracks in them and huge chunks of concrete are missing, adding to fears the floor could eventually collapse.
Everything above it on that particular floor comes down. There's no other way around that. It's got to come down. And it's falling to pieces right now.
County officials say they're taking quick action. They're calling for an immediate investigation by an engineer.
Well, let me say this. Any problem with that jail we're going to take very seriously. And we'll get to the bottom of the problem, what caused it and what it will take to fix the problem.
Perhaps more importantly is whether we can sue whoever's responsible for this latest problem. We do know the crumbling beams are not part of that out-of-court settlement we reached with the people who built and designed the jail. According to the district attorney's office, the beams are definitely a separate issue.
Anything discovered after the date of the settlement document is not covered by the agreement and can be brought up at a later time.
But will it be brought up in court? Right now, the DA's office says it's still too early to tell. Now, the county will wait to see what happens after an engineer looks at the crumbling beams and then decide whether legal action is necessary. Now, speaking of legal action, it was 2 weeks ago tonight the county was criticized for reaching that out-of-court settlement regarding the jail. That's when we asked a spokesman from District Attorney Bob Macy's office to talk to us about the settlement on camera. After postponing that interview for 2 weeks, we've now been promised again a news conference will be held tomorrow afternoon. Linda?
All right, Anthony, thank you very much. Did you know that you, as a voter, said no more overtime for our lawmakers? They had to end the sessions at a specific time. But as of today, lawmakers have called a special session. As confusing as it may sound, that means lawmakers have called a historic special session. So why is it necessary? It forces the governor to sign or veto $12 million worth of funding bills sitting on his desk. And as a result, he no longer has the power to let legislation die by not acting on it.
This will not have to happen, and it won't happen if the governor would simply sign or veto these last bills that were the final bills in the appropriation process by this Thursday, May 26th. If he does that, there's no reason to proceed with the special session.
The legislature is insisting, obviously, on total control, and what they, in essence, are doing is about to go out of control. They have decided to remove all checks and balances from our system of democratic government in order that they can raise taxes and give away big raises. But it is difficult to have a fight over the rules with people who write the rules.
Lawmakers promised to override any of his vetoes, but Walters threatens court action. if any bill calling for tax increases passes without voter approval. This young Guthrie man is charged with murder tonight. Johnny Sandoval is accused of killing Carlos Duke at an after-prom party Saturday night. Witnesses say Sandoval was looking for some people who'd supposedly beaten up his younger brother. Carlos Duke was scheduled to graduate with his classmates on Thursday instead. They'll remember him at memorial services on Friday. Well, if you thought you were finished with report cards, not so. That's because we all just got another one with 2 D's and an F. Every year, the Corporation for Enterprise and Development hands out a report card on how well each state is doing economically. As far as overall economic performance goes, Oklahoma got a D. In development, we earned another D. And in business vitality, whoa, got an F. The good news, incredibly though, those grades are better than what we received last year.
Indianapolis, 2 men burst into a Denny's restaurant and start firing, taking more than 40 people hostage. Since 6, we've learned the gunmen who were responsible for the 6-hour standoff are brothers. The 2 were wanted on embezzlement charges and apparently picked the city and restaurant at random. Their intention was robbery, but that was botched. And the attempt left 1 person dead and 4 others wounded, including a 5-year-old boy who was shot in the face. The gunmen released the hostages throughout the afternoon. The young boy who was shot went through extensive surgery and is still in critical condition tonight. Mecca, Saudi Arabia, a deadly stampede ruins a religious pilgrimage. During the ceremony called the Stoning of the Devil, a stampede broke out. According to the reports out of Bahrain, the exact death toll is not yet being set. However, we do know that more than 800 people have been killed during similar pilgrimages this year.
Now for tonight's In Your Corner, imagine making a visit to a tanning salon, tanning in the nude, and then finding out you were secretly videotaped. The news channel's Brad Edwards says he's received so many calls alleging that very scenario, he checked with the village police.
Most visitors to Tannique tan in the nude, and ladies calling In Your Corner say they expect privacy, but they've been hearing a rumor.
Well, I've heard that they've had the cameras in the fence and everything, but I don't believe it.
I visited Tannique and asked owner Rob Collins if his customers' privacy is guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Yes, sir.
All righty. And you don't mind us looking around?
You can look anywhere in this place that you want to look.
Okay.
You can crawl on the ceilings, you can go in the rooms, crawl on the beds, anything you want to do.
Okay. And we did. I just happened to have a private investigator, Nick McClure from Jerlo & Associates, with me, so he looked high and low for the cameras. We looked behind unmarked doors, above the ceiling tiles, and behind the walls. But did Nick find anything?
Well, I did not find any video equipment or anything that suggested it was there. There's a lot of opportunity for it to be there, but like I said, I didn't find anything.
As a private investigator, Nick says the potential is always there for hidden cameras looking through a peephole. You're looking at me through a hole in a piece of cardboard about the size of a tip of a pen. So you could be photographed through a ceiling or through a wall, through a pinhole, and you'd never know it. Today, cameras can be as small or smaller than a quarter, but not even that was found, much to the relief of Leslie.
Yeah, when I was in there tanning, I'd look in the air vent or something to see if I see anything, but I've never noticed anything.
Now, how would such a rumor get started? Owner Rob has a theory.
I mean, they've heard it from other places. And then also when Hard Copy did the story on the salon in Texas, that's when it really started going crazy, and everybody said they had seen it on Brad Edwards. And that's not when that's not the case, true.
I'm Brad Edwards, In Your Corner.
And Brad concludes by saying those are the bare facts about the tanning and taping rumor.
Urban legend.
Urban legend.
Yeah. And boy, Brad looks great. Is he good? About 8 minutes ago, Star Trek The Next Generation finished its final journey, final television journey. Now the cast will journey onto the big screen where big bucks will no doubt keep the Enterprise sailing through space, perhaps even up to 7 movies, we're told. The News Channel's Kent Ogle watched the final voyage with an entire living room full of Trekkers. What was the verdict? Did they like it, Kent?
Well, I want to tell you, Devin, this group here is energized, to say the least. Ouch, I know. But hey, guys, what do you think? What about the show? Was it any good? Okay, yeah, they did enjoy the show here. I'm joined by a Starfleet captain, Mike Ferguson. That means basically he's president of the local Star Trek fan club here in Oklahoma City. Mike, what do you think about the show? Give me a quick critique of the program tonight.
Oh, it was fantastic. It really was. It was everything we thought it would be and more.
But it's not the end, is that right?
Oh, no. This is just the beginning of a new era for Star Trek. going right into the movies, and then we got the new series coming on this fall, so we're really excited.
Now, you guys won't go see the movie, will you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, they had a good time here tonight, Devin, and I'm sure that as the Star Trek saga continues, they will continue to tune in right here with these guys. So, Ogle out.
Ogle out.
You can't miss, like a sporting event there tonight. The movie is due out Thanksgiving, and the new series that we're talking about is Voyager, and that starts, I believe, in January.
Do you have any of the same people or all new?
No, it's supposedly all new, but just in a different part of the Star Trek universe.
All right, sounds good. Busy night in the Sports Center. What do you have, Bob? Can you beam in?
The Blazers hockey player who faces charges for attacking Tulsa police officers during this hockey game turns himself in to face those charges. And someone is trying to knock Shannon Miller out of the world-class spotlight. Who's talking tough at the two Oklahoma's Olympic sweetheart? We'll tell you in sports.
All right, Bob, but coming up next on the News Channel, the nation says goodbye to the Lady of Camelot.
You're watching News Channel 4 with Linda Cavanaugh, Devin Scillian, Weather with Mike Morgan, Bob Barry with sports, and Brad Edwards in your corner.
Let me in, let me out. That's what transport is all about.
Even before you pick up your new Pontiac Transport, it's already loaded with the options you want, from a power sliding door to the most powerful V6 you can get in a minivan. And now it has a powerful new financing option too, the 30-month Pontiac Smart Drive, just $279 a month with $1,500 down.
See Bob Moore, Bob Howard, Udeberg, and Ferguson.
Remember last summer?
Still stuck to the furniture, dear?
Yep. Get an energy-efficient Carrier heat pump and cut your cooling bills up to 40%.
You really can save up to 40% off your cooling bill with some of the new Carrier high-efficiency air conditioners. So don't get caught in the heat wave. Call your Carrier dealer. We're the inside guys.
Get up to a $600 rebate from Carrier on a dual-fuel heat pump or air conditioning system. Call McClure's Heating and Air Conditioning at 751-0212 or 341-0737.
Look, I'm on a busy schedule, so I hate to drive 45 minutes to some great big supermarket and then it takes forever to find the groceries I need. Give me a store that's convenient and not so big. Give me a store that just sells groceries, for Pete's sake. A supermarket that just sells groceries. What a concept.
To make Dodge Intrepid more spacious, we moved the wheels that normally go here, out, and back to here. Up front, the wheels that were here were moved out to here. It's a concept called Cab Forward that yields astonishing room for people like me, while good things like wider doors, sports car handling, and superb aerodynamics came along for the ride. Dodge Intrepid. This changes everything.
Having led our nation in mourning 31 years ago, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis was herself mourned today. She was laid to rest alongside the body of a former president.
During those 4 endless days in 1963, she held us together as a family and a country. In large part because of her, we could grieve and then go on.
We are joined here today to bid farewell to this remarkable woman whose life will forever glow in the lives of her fellow Americans.
It was said today during one of the ceremonies that she was widowed too young and died too soon.
Really has been a gracious couple of days, very elegant. We'll be back with weather in just a minute.
Don't cry, Captain Picard. Star Trek The Next Generation can now be seen in reruns on KFOR.
Missed the show?
Never.
Star Trek viewers like reruns.
A wise management decision.
They can memorize favorite lines.
My fishing line is tangled.
Try and figure out what happens next.
Captain, I already know.
Or watch for sheer pleasure.
Shave and a haircut, 2 bits.
Happiness is reruns of Star Trek The Next Generation. Sunday night at 6 and 10:40 on KFOR.
Engage.
The music of Boston has a history as rich as the city. From Jonathan Richman, the Cars, and Aerosmith, to bands like the Lemonheads, Morphine, and the Pixies. Catch Buffalo Tom at the Paradise, or Juliana Hatfield at the Avalon. One night on Lansdowne proves that Plymouth's not the only rock in Boston. But if you can't afford the ticket, fly into Best Buy, where you'll find thousands of CDs for under $10. Some places are known for great music. Best Buy is one of them.
At Bank One, we have a vision.
Honey, I'm going down to the bank.
Okay, dear.
We'll be there when you need a checking account, a loan, cash. In fact, now and in the future, we'll be there. Wherever there happens to be.
If you want to be in a position of power, then get behind the wheel of a 1994 Jeep Grand Cherokee V8 with a powerful 220 horsepower engine, 6,500 pound towing capacity, standard driver's side airbag, and 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. It lets you command power in any situation. The Jeep Grand Cherokee V8. The only thing more powerful is the savings.
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Now the weather with Mike Morgan.
Good evening, folks. Showers and thunderstorms moving in on Oklahoma City. We sure do need the rain. Let's check our current weather across the metro area. And here's what we got. Got a little Star Trek for you. One last preview of that Enterprise just destroying that Klingon ship. Really took it in short order, don't you think? Nice shot there. 70 degrees here in Oklahoma City. Showers and thunderstorms moving on in from the northwest. Our humidity pretty high, 71%. The wind southeasterly at 529.99 is that pressure, and it is holding steady. 55 degrees, the morning low. The high today, 84. That's above normal. Record high, almost made 100 on this date back in 1939. It was 99 degrees. The tree pollen today, moderate. Grass pollen high. Weed mold spore count on the moderate side. Skies are fair to partly cloudy across the state where it isn't raining, but the rain today has moved right across the wheat belt where they needed it probably the most. Raining in 63 right now in Enid, also in Kingfisher, 76 right now in Hobart, and in Alpha, 75 in Lawton, 70 here in Oklahoma City, and mid-70s on off to the east around McAllister, Holdenville, and Tulsa. Let me show you the forewarned Doppler here, take you back up to about 3 o'clock this afternoon, and take a look at this rain. Boy, we needed this rain. It's been since May 2nd here in Oklahoma City that we've had significant rainfall, where we had about 88 hundredths on that date, but that was almost 3 weeks ago now, so a very dry stretch of weather is at least coming to an end over parts of Oklahoma. West central, northwestern, and north central parts of the state have seen a pretty heavy dose of rain. There is one very heavy thunderstorm right now in western Oklahoma. I want to zoom right into that on the storm tracker and show that one to you. It's moving toward the south-southeast at about 25 miles an hour. Where you see the red, that's likely some small hail, a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning, and some brief heavy downpours moving into the Elk City Airport at 10:28, Elk City at 10:30, and Lake Elk City on the south side of town at 10:36. You folks out in Beckham County could get a little bit of hail, but that's the only risk of any severe weather in the state the way it looks right now. Winds are gusting to about 40 to 45 miles an hour, but that's just a fresh breeze this time of year. Here's our satellite movie. Heavy weather not only in parts of western Kansas today where they had some severe weather, also in parts of Iowa, northern Nebraska, southern South Dakota, and Minnesota. Quite a bit of severe weather there. That is along a cool front that is headed for Oklahoma. It'll be closer to the state tomorrow. The moisture will still be here, so there's also a chance of rain tomorrow and on Wednesday in case you missed the rain tonight. And that's good news because everybody from border to border could use that rain. 81 degrees in Atlanta tomorrow, 72 in Denver, and a hot 95 in Phoenix. Moderate chances of rain from west central through central into north central Oklahoma tonight. Otherwise, skies mostly cloudy, lows 59 to about 65 statewide. And tomorrow, low to moderate chances of rain. Otherwise, partly cloudy, warm and humid, and highs from 85 to 91. For the metro, 40% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms this evening and tonight. Lows of 62 degrees. Those will dissipate and move on off tomorrow morning near 70 for your morning drive. Partly cloudy skies, sunrise at 6:20. For your lunch break, near 80 degrees, partly cloudy skies, a fine look at afternoon, some building clouds in the west and the north. And that could lead to a couple developing showers and thunderstorms moving in. Chance of rain 30%. Look for a high of 86 degrees. And tomorrow evening, upper 70s here in Oklahoma City with a sundown at 8:34. Here's the 7-day outlook. 30% chance of rain tomorrow, 30% chance of rain on Wednesday. I think it will rain at least once here in Oklahoma City if we miss it tonight, but right now it looks pretty good. 77 on Thursday, just a bit cooler. The weekend right now looks absolutely fantastic. Light winds and highs in the low 80s. That new Enterprise took care of those Klingon battle cruisers in short order.
You can't say that. Linda taped it tonight. Yeah. She's done very good about it. She hasn't seen it.
I'm honestly the only one who had to work.
Is that what you were doing?
We're working hard.
Is that what you were doing? Okay.
Coming up next, health check.
I'm Theresa Green. Why do so many people with high blood pressure stop taking their medication? And are all of those expensive medical procedures doctors order really necessary? Some answers in tonight's health check.
They put windshields on cars so you can see what's coming. And for the same reason, that's exactly where Fred Jones puts the price. The Fred Jones price. It's honest and upfront. From the moment you see the car, you know the price, without haggling or playing games. And that allows our salespeople to talk cars instead of sales talk, which makes car buying a whole lot clearer.
Blue Fred Jones.
See for yourself.
You're home alone. You're craving pizza. Pizza Hut pizza. The car's in the driveway. Hey, you're all set. You can't wait. And then it hits you. You're only 15, and you can't drive. Good thing Pizza Hut delivers.
And now you can get a medium double cheeseburger pizza for just $8.99. It's loaded with 2 layers of cheese and heaps of beef toppings. Plus, get any second medium Pizza Hut pizza for only $5 more.
So this is the V8 version of the Cougar, I noticed.
This is.
How was the whole purchase experience? Was it horrendous?
No, but it's so refreshing to have a dealership that you actually enjoy dealing with. If it comes back and follows up and makes you feel at home, then that's a doubly good reason to go there. They simply worked to try to get me the car that I wanted and to make me happy so that I'd come back to their dealership. And I will go back to them probably when this lease is up.
You're not related to anyone at the dealership.
No, but if I weren't married, baby, I'd like to be.
Don't get served a semi-pro haircut. Get your haircut by a pro at Pro Cut.
Hello, I'm John Hunt with Jackie Cooper. Sure, everyone in our business advertises sale prices, gigantic weekends, and low monthly payments. But the truth of the matter is you want the very best price, regardless of what time you decide to buy a car or truck. At Jackie Cooper Auto Galleria, we offer the very best prices any day you decide to purchase a vehicle. After 42 years, I guess we just learned what the customer wants. Come see us at Jackie Cooper Auto Galleria, Route 66 in Yukon.
Perhaps you've had it. It's one of the more popular medical procedures.
Also one of the more expensive. But if your doctor orders an MRI for you, is it really money well spent? Theresa Green has some answers in tonight's health check.
Every year, doctors order magnetic resonance images, or MRIs, for hundreds of thousands of patients. But a new study questions whether all patients really benefit from this expensive procedure. MRIs give doctors clear pictures of internal organs without having to perform surgery, but each scan costs $800 to $1,200. And a new study says there's little proof that these detailed images are really changing the way doctors treat patients. In fact, the study says some patients would do just as well with a CT scan, which can cost hundreds of dollars less. Still, many doctors defend the use of MRI, saying in a small percentage of cases, the MRI can find things the cheaper CT scan can't. It's called the silent killer, a disease with no apparent symptoms: high blood pressure. 50 million Americans suffer from high blood pressure, and while it can be easily managed, most people have trouble controlling it. A recent study found that 1 in 3 patients complained of side effects from their high blood pressure medication. 1 in 5 stopped taking their medication altogether because of those side effects. But a new high blood pressure medication may help. The makers of Xiac say it's proven effective in treating people with mild to moderate high blood pressure and with fewer side effects. Xiac is known as a selective beta blocker, but it's not the only one. A pharmacist at Baptist Medical Center says there are a lot of options for high blood pressure patients. If you're having trouble with one medication, consult your physician. Another might work just fine for you. That's Health Check. I'm Theresa Green.
You got a lot going on in sports.
Yes, sir. Do we have time for it, you think?
If you hurry.
Okay, we'll be right back to tell you all about it.
You didn't wait.
It's back. The return of low 2.9% financing on Ford Escort. That's right. For a limited time, America's best-selling small cars got low 2.9% factory financing for 48 months. Choose the 3-door, 4-door, 5-door, wagon, or Sporty Escort GT and get low 2.9% APR financing for 48 months. You won't find a better value anywhere. It's the return of 2.9% factory financing on Ford Escort, but you've got to hurry. See your local Ford dealer today.
They're hot. They're cool.
Hot eats, cool treats at Dairy Queen.
It's a family meal deal. The folks get our full meal deal. A big juicy burger, crispy fries, soft drink, and luscious 5-ounce sundae for just $2.49. The kids love our kids' picnic with a special soft serve treat and fries, just $1.99. Full meal deal. Kids' picnic only at Dairy Queen.
Hot eats, cool treats. We treat you right.
There's one exciting place with more music than Nashville, more shopping than New York, more thrills than Disneyland. The Texas Metroplex, Dallas-Fort Worth. One exciting place. Call today for your free Big Bucks discount package worth over $1,800. Call 1-800-METROPLEX.
Ben Fantasia with Jackie Cooper Mazda on the magnificent mile of cars in Norman, and we're back with more Mazda values for under $200 a month. Now, during the month of May, you can select this 94 B2300 pickup, just $129 a month. Or this 94 Mazda Protege automatic transmission, free air conditioning, just $179 a month. The best selection, the lowest price with more value is what we offer every single customer. Jackie Cooper on magnificent mile of cars in Norman, where the sale never ends. Come see us.
Now sports with Bob Barry.
Good evening, everyone. Shannon Miller has dominated women's gymnastics, having won the world championship 2 years in a row in all-around competition and brought home 5 medals from the 1992 Olympics. In Tulsa at a gymnastic exhibition this weekend, Zimka Meskel announced that she is coming out of retirement to compete again, and her coach, Bella Caroli, says also he's coming out of retirement to help her. Steve Nuno, Shannon Miller's coach, reacted to that news.
Bella's always going to be a good opponent. He's a good competitor, and it's fun to feed off of his energy. It'll depend whether he'll want to continue after a year or so of being back in the arena to see, as him, the underdog. I think it's going to be a different role for him. It's going to be a little difficult. Oh, I don't think Kim has really quite understood what it's going to take to come back.
We'll see. Oklahoma City Blazer player coach Bruce Shoebottom pleaded innocent today to 3 counts of misdemeanor assault. Shoebottom was released on his own recognizance after he surrendered to Tulsa police. The charges stem from a March 28th brawl during the first game of the Central Hockey League playoffs between the Oklahoma City Blazers and the Tulsa Ice Oilers. For the second time in the Twin Cities history, an NBA basketball team has left the area for another city. The Minnesota Timberwolves NBA team has been sold to Top Rank of Louisiana for $152 million. The team will move to New Orleans. The owners will leave it up to the fans to name the team. The Western Conference Final Best-of-7 playoff series began tonight. Game 1 in Houston was no contest. The Rockets took control midway through the first half and never looked back. Robert Horry with the monster follow slam off the miss. Houston led by 6. Then the Rockets went to the three-pointer, hitting 5 early bombs to put the game out of reach. They led by 19 at the half before winning 100-88. Gary Ward of OSU and Gene McCarter of Missouri have been voted Big 8 baseball coaches of the year, and Oklahoma dominated individual honors announced today. Big 8 player of the year honors went to Rick Gutierrez of OU. OU pitcher Mark Redmond was named Big 8 newcomer of the year. The NCAA baseball tournament begins this weekend at Big 8 regional sites, or at 8 regional sites, we should say, including Stillwater and Austin, Texas. Both Oklahoma State, which was expected, is seeded number 1, and Oklahoma University, not expected, also seeded number 1 in their respective regionals. OSU will open against Illinois State, who upset Wichita State in the Missouri Valley tournament.
They're trying to build a great program. There's a wealth of talent in that area, and this is a big breakthrough for them. And being able to perform at a regional, their first regional, they'll come in higher than a kite. And again, I think our people, fans and players alike, will respect what they accomplished last weekend.
We thank this tournament in Oklahoma City with all the fans that do such a great job of supporting the Big 8 tournament. Really prepare the teams coming out of here to do well in the regional. I thought really if we won the tournament, I thought that we had a chance because I know the strength of schedule is very important, and I know that we'll play a very strong schedule.
Let's have a look at the pairings then. In the Stillwater Regional, OSU seeded 1 against Illinois State, 7 p.m. Friday. Cal State Fullerton against Northwestern State of Louisiana. TCU against Memphis State. That's the Stillwater Regional. And Austin OU opens against Arkansas State at noon on Friday. And Nevada against Texas San Antonio in that regional. And then Texas versus Stanford. Those are the seed numbers out to the left. And Kansas of the Big 8 seeded third. They'll play Jacksonville and Tallahassee in the Atlantic 2 Regional. Wichita State at home against Santa Clara in that Wichita Midwest Regional 2. Just a few Major League Baseball games today and tonight. Toronto's Joe Carter from Oklahoma City, the hero in Toronto's win over Cleveland. Cleveland trailed 5-4 in the 7th. Alvaro Espinosa single to score Sandy Alomar Jr. making it 5-5. But with the score still tied in the bottom of the 9th, former Millwood star Joe Carter right there knocks it for a base hit. Single to right center scoring Devon White. Toronto won 6-5. Let's check the scoreboard quickly. Toronto over Cleveland 6-5. Baltimore 5, Milwaukee 3, that in the 9th. And Oakland leads Seattle 5-4 in the 4th. National League, Florida 3, Montreal 2, Philadelphia down St. Louis 11-3, Colorado leads Cincinnati in the 8th, Los Angeles leads Chicago in the 4th, San Francisco trailed San Diego 4-0 in the 6th, Padres got 4 in the 1st, and the Niners trailed Nashville 6-3 in the 7th inning of play. And remember, the Women's College Softball World Series begins at Hall of Fame Stadium here in the city Thursday. Oklahoma State opens against Utah 6 p.m. Thursday. That's great entertainment.
Alrighty.
Back with more in just a second.
The Nissan VTP truck. So what do the initials VTP stand for? Well, VTP stands for features like air, AM/FM cassette, power mirrors, chrome bumpers and wheels, and much more. All at a price that saves you $1,300. So what does VTP really stand for? Nissan's Value Truck Package, or one heck of a deal. For a limited time, save up to $1,300 in dealer incentives for a total savings of up to $2,600 on select trucks during Nissan's Value Truck Package days.
In 50 years, KFC has never changed the Colonel's chicken. Something that good isn't so easy to improve on, but we found a way. So we're changing it. Now our chicken breasts are a full third bigger than before.
Now you can get 8 pieces of the Colonel's delicious chicken for only $5.99. Or make a meal of it with 8 pieces, plus your choice of any 2 large sides and 4 biscuits for just $9.99. Either way, you get a great tasting deal.
So come into KFC and we'll give you more of the taste you love.
These 2 people are looking for work through the News Channel Situation Wanted. Job Hunter 5181 has hauling and forklift experience. This person prefers a position in the Okmulgee area. Our next job hunter has 5 years bindery experience plus 2 years shipping and material control. Job hunter number 5182 also has computer and customer service skills. If you'd like more information on job hunter 5181 or 5182, please call 752-JOBS.
San Antonio! It's a million laughs, a sea of smiles. In San Antonio's priceless style. San Antonio! The priceless vacation, give priceless.
Save on hotels, Southwest Airlines, magic memories at SeaWorld, never-ending fun at Fiesta, Texas, and lots more.
Magic, the memories, the brand new friends. San Antonio!
For vacation discounts, call 1-800-THE-ALAMO.
Just look inside a GMC Club Coupe Sierra. It's wide, it's open, and it's at your dealer now. So check it out and bring some friends. In other words, see your GMC truck dealer now. They're offering great value package savings on a GMC Sierra. An offer too good to pass up.
Happens tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. You can buy a piece of Oklahoma history.
Pieces of the Skirvin Hotel are hitting the auction block. Old tables and mirrors, as well as computers and some audio equipment, too. Of course, the Skirvin shut down in 1988, but now a lot of it will survive.
But don't go down and be disappointed because they are reserving a lot of it that were really historic pieces for some renovation, they hope.
Makes sense. But there'll probably be a couple of nice pieces down there to snatch up. See you tomorrow.
You're designing someone else's house, and you line up the colors, and you put the carpet with it, and you get to put it all together. We bought an old house about 4 years ago, so we're redoing the house. I'm doing the same thing at work as I do at home.
Beautify your home with indoor-outdoor carpet from Argon. It's washable and has a slip-resistant rubber backing. And Argon's great for decks, patios, and high-traffic areas. You'll find it at a guaranteed low price every day at the Home Depot.
See that customer come back to you and go, it worked. That makes your day.
We're in San Francisco in a real sourdough bakery. Hardee's is celebrating the anniversary of the Frisco Burger with a huge deal. They're 2 for $3. Sourdough bread is what made Hardee's Frisco Burgers famous. You should all be very proud. For a little while, you can get 2 Frisco Burgers for just $3. Now, that's a deal. I love these hats. They're fashionable as well as functional. Right now, get 2 Hardee's Frisco Burgers for just $3. And have a good meal.
How much did you pay for your last pair of glasses?
About $170. I know it was over $250.
Not anymore. Now at iMart Express, get 2 complete pair of single vision glasses for only $67.92. Or get 2 pair of designer glasses for $98.61. Bifocals are $20 more per pair.
Both of us got 2 pair for $67.92 each in less than an hour.
From iMart Express.
From Missoula to Paducah, Waxahachie to Tallahassee.
During the Dodge Caravan Summer Vacation Celebration, there are all kinds of ways to save. And besides great vacation savings on options like these, Caravan starts at just over 15 grand after cash back.
New York State, Golden Gate.
Only from the people with America's #1 selling minivan, your Dodge dealer.
Enjoy great vacation plans, Dodge Caravan.
What do we owe you? We're told $7,630.